Next, I'd like to call on a very personal dear friend who's also a businessman in Kaufman County. He's got a place in Terrell. Not you, John.
You got bucked off.
And he makes the flavoring for my very favorite dessert, which is Bluebell ice cream. Mr. David Hines.
Thank you, Bill. I do have limited time. If Homeland Security is taking names, please spell my last name right. It's Richard. No, I am not here today to support the Tea Party, because I will not affirm that I'm taxed enough already. I'm here to start a new movement that says I'm taxed too much right now. I'm here to oppose the people that are waging war on the American dream.
Amen.
We believe that if we worked hard, studied, improved ourselves, lived within our means, saved a little money, helped our kids get a rung up the ladder, that our life would be better than our parents, and our kids' lives would be better than ours. That is not true today. This generation, this young generation, is the first one who won't do as well as their parents did, and a lot of that's getting sucked down a rat hole called government.
Yeah, right.
And a lot of that is because people in government have forgotten the reason that the Founding Fathers went into government in the first place, and that was to serve people, not to be served by the common dole. And I want to see some servants in all levels of government, from the top to the bottom, who are not in it for what they can get, but what they can give. I've got some quotes from people that, if they were still alive, would be on Homeland Security's list. The first one's President Grover Cleveland. When more of the people's sustenance is exacted through the form of taxation than is necessary to meet just obligations of government, such exaction becomes ruthless extortion and a violation of the fundamental principles of free government. Another guy, radical, President Calvin Coolidge. The collection of taxes which are not absolutely required, which do not beyond reasonable doubt contribute to public welfare, is only a species of legalized larceny. Our Chief Justice John Marshall: the unlimited power to tax involves necessarily a power to destroy, because there is a limit beyond which no institution or property can bear taxation. That's really why I'm here today, because I have a manufacturing business in Terrell. It's small. We provide 20 jobs with benefits and health care. That's our part. If we don't survive, who picks up the slack for those 20 jobs? Who pays for their health care? Uh-oh, boy, I'm in big trouble now. Thank you, Hal. You will with your tax money, if you have any left. Small business has been the backbone of the American economy since this country was founded, and we are right at the verge of breaking the back of small business with our taxation system. This year we had to lay off 4 employees to face the economic reality that we're in a horrible recession and the business just isn't there to pay them. I'm okay with that. What really fries my bacon is that one of those employees, a very good man with family support, was laid off simply because we had to pay our property taxes. We didn't make a dime last year, but we coughed up $40,000 to support county, city, and school issues out of our coffers. And we got precious little back for our investment. Property taxes, thank you. Property taxes the means of our production. It taxes our inventory, our processing equipment, and our building, the things that we have to produce those jobs. whether we make a penny or not. It doesn't tax our profits. The feds take care of that. The locals take care of our means of production. And that really fries me. It hurt me to lay that employee off. I'm going to give you an example. Last week, by a vote of 3-2, our county was going to vote the process of starting a new courthouse. Okay. It would be wonderful to have a new courthouse. I'm all over that. But when we're in the worst economic recession since the Great Depression, how do you take on $30 to $40 million in new expenses and stick them on the back of your taxpayers? How do you do that? And I'm not going to name names, but the two people that voted for that, what were you thinking about? And the three that voted against it,
we're going to let the voters vote on
it's my turn. And the three people that voted against it, God bless you. That's all I can say. We built schools that are underutilized because we were betting on the come. Well, the come didn't come. Good luck. We still got to pay for them. We could start even at the county level by doing unitary road. I mean, how much sense does it make to pool the resources from 4 separate departments into one and cut those costs and pass the costs on to taxpayers? I think that makes good sense to me.
Yes.
The Heritage Foundation has said that a 40-year-old with college education, if you're 40 years old with a college education, I'm talking to you, in your working lifetime, you will pay $132,000 in federal taxes merely to take care of the debt service on the budget that was just passed that Bill talked to you about. $132,000. And that's just a drop in the bucket, friends. So, I'll close with a quote by that great American statesman, Will Rogers. The difference between death and taxes is that death doesn't get worse every time the Congress meets. So, I'll tell you what, God bless America, but only if America blesses God. Thank you.